Here we go. Go Talk episode 3. I was going to do 2 for some reason. Episode 3. Welcome, everyone. Go Talk episode 3. We've done 2 now. The first one was Size Matters when it comes to GOAT conversation. Check out video 1 to see who took that one out. And then we've got video 2. A lot of you appreciated who was number 1 on that list. A lot of debates on that one, but that one was based on pretty much fanfare, really. If I boil it down to something, it'd be fanfare. So now we've got episode 3. So just a recap for what I'm doing. So pretty much we're taking the word great or greatness out of greatest of all time, and we are putting that towards the GOATs of the NBA. Hall of Famers, pretty much, and seeing at the end of the 8 videos, the 8 different ways of using the word great, putting numbers to that, and stats to that, and seeing who comes out on top, and who the real GOAT is when it comes to the NBA. So if you've never seen one of these videos, my name is Money and I am the owner of Beyond Your Level. Come check us out for breaks on Instagram at BeyondYourLevelNZ, or check out the website at BeyondYourLevel.com. For all your trading card accessories, hit us up for supplements, do monthly pre-orders, and also anything else really in that sort of hobby world. Alright, let's get going. Wanted to get going with this one was so today's video, actually I should probably tell you what that is. Today's definition of the word great is based around how nice you are. So when someone says that person's great, and they are trying to say that they're actually like good, like a good guy, like a good girl, good person, like a good human being, you know? So how I got the numbers off this one, or the rankings on this one, there's a few things I looked at. Player perception in game, like it's not in game, by like the NBA players or the NBA sort of mass world, how they think of these players. I looked at a whole bunch of like noted down sort of fair like player votes and all that kind of stuff, did a bit of research on that, and then what they do outside of the game, as well as how they actually perform in terms of being a good guy on the court as well. And that sort of gave me a bit of a scale. I broke it down into what portion of what. One thing I didn't take into account was fan or media perception, because that doesn't really define if you're a good person or not, really, because there's a lot of media driven narratives, and then fans jump on that bandwagon and things get out of hand. There's going to be a surprise one that I don't think a lot of you would see coming in the top 3. I'm just going to leave it there for now, but let's get into it. So as usual, I'm going to start with some honorable mentions. And I couldn't talk about I'm going to talk about the set of honorable mentions. There's quite a few of them, actually. The first ones are probably not Hall of Famers, or questionable, or just not Hall of Famers, but they are definitely good guys in the NBA, or have been in the past, kind of thing. So, first one is our boy from Rotorua, Steven Adams, gets a shout out at Beyond Your Level, and an honorable mention as a NBA good guy. Most of you know who he is if you've been watching, and representing New Zealand, which is why he makes this list, and because it's just overall a really nice dude. Then we got a couple of Hall of Fame question marks. So some of you may know Derek Fisher from his Lakers days. He's on this list. He showed up on quite a few of the numbers and charts, but I couldn't really put him down in the top 10 because I don't know if he's ever going to make it into the Hall of Fame. He's I don't think he had any international accolades and personal accomplishments, but he's a great player. I love Derek Fisher growing up. So, but yeah, who knows? But he gets an honorable mention. Then we also have this one's going to be controversial, I think. Derrick Rose. So Chicago Bulls fans, or just Derrick Rose fans, he gets an honorable mention, but I don't know if he's had a Hall of Fame career. Injuries just took it out of him. And yes, he's still playing. I don't even know where he is. Whether he's at the Knicks, I don't even know. But essentially, I don't think he's ever going to make it into the Hall of Fame, to be fair. But he's done a lot for his community out in Chicago and stuff. And obviously, that's why he popped up on this list as an honorable mention. And maybe he would have made the top 10 if he was a potential Hall of Famer. And then we got this one again. Celtics. Not Celtics fans, quite sure, because he's won one with the Lakers as well. But Rajon Rondo. Not a Hall of Famer. So, essentially, is he going to be in the Hall of Fame or not? So, that's going to be an interesting one to see if that ever eventuates into a Hall of Fame nomination for Rajon Rondo. Let me know and your thoughts in the comments. But he makes the honorable mentions list. I've got the honorable mentions on my phone here, so that's why they're saying I've got the top 10 sort of made. Hopefully I get it all right. As you know, I do this sort of on the cuff. One recording, I'm just throwing it out there. And yeah, see how it kind of all lands. I'll probably add some photos and stuff at the end, but that's pretty much the only edits I do. Last one I did, I was pretty much coughing and dying by the end of it, but we did it anyway. But anyways, going back to this, the next one is actually Bojan Marjanovic, Toby's best friend. He makes this list just being an overall good guy. Hall of Fame career? I don't think so. What is he at the Rockets? But I think he got waived. He's just a nice mention. And then when you think of big dudes that are just super nice, you got, Marjanovic. Alrighty. Couple of other actually Hall of Fame inductees or Hall of Fame inductees that get an honorable mention. So those were the probably non-Hall of Fame ones. Then you got some of the Hall of Fame ones. You have Steve Nash, good guy inside and off, on the court, off the court, and just in general outside of life. Does a whole bunch with his charities. Then you got Dikembe Mutombo. He's made a big guy list, but on this one he doesn't make the top 10. He gets an honorable mention though. And then we got Tony Parker. Tony Parker makes the list. Tony Parker is one of the ones that was maybe not the nicest dude on court. Maybe that's the Frenchman in him. But he does do a lot outside, and he has a pretty decent perception from players in-house kind of thing. So he almost made the top 10, but on the point system he kind of missed out a little bit on the court stuff, because he did have a few outbursts, I'd say. You're gonna get mad at me for number two. I've said the number 2 when we get there. And the last one, the last Hall of Fame honorable mention is Alonzo Mourning, old school player. I can't think of any particular stats of him right now, but Google him. Alonzo Mourning, overall nice guy as well, especially outside the court. So lots of stuff that got him a little bit of points, but again, didn't make the top 10. Alright, now that the massive list of honorable mentions is done, usually there isn't that many, but there was this time, we're going to kick into the top 10. So we're going to start with somebody who's actually topped one of the 2 lists already. It's not the second video, it's actually the first video. Spoiler alert for if you haven't watched it. So number 10 on our good guy, on the definition of greatness when you think about GOATs. Number 10 is big man Yao Ming. Yao Ming makes this list again, so get himself a point in the overall standings as well. For Yao Ming, now totaling 11 points because he made the first in this video. And then obviously that will add up, and hopefully he makes some other lists as well. But now we've also got, that's Yao Ming for you, big guy. Super nice. He does a lot of stuff. Well, he did, and also still does, a lot of stuff outside of America when it comes to what he gives back to the community, the overall niceness, and all of that jazz. So he actually makes it on sort of an international account, really, which is kind of cool because obviously growing that sport not just in America. I mean, we're here in New Zealand, and a whole bunch of guys have grown that sport internationally, and that's why we watch it, and the NBA has such a good standing outside of America as well. In that sense. But yeah, moving on. The next one is the leader of the Players Union, Chris Paul, CP3 at the Suns. Hopefully, could potentially win a ring this year. Finally, will he end the drought? Let us know. But CP3 overall loved by the players, hence why he is the leader of the Players Union, and obviously does a lot on off the court. On the court he's had his few moments, but still makes the top 10. So Chris Paul is number 9 on our list. The next one, is he gonna be in the Hall of Famer? I reckon he is going to be Hall of Famer, even though he hasn't really won anything accolades wise. But he's actually, I was surprised with quotes on this one, but I was surprised he made the top 75 list, right? He is a great player, don't get me wrong, but he hasn't really won anything. But I mean, overall nice dude, outside and inside, and a rap superstar as well on the outside. Dame time at number 8. Damian Lillard makes this list on the good guys side of things. So Dame time is number 8 on this list. Is he going to be in the Hall of Fame? Let me know. What are your thoughts? He made the top NBA 75 list, so surely he makes the Hall of Fame, right? That's my logic there. The next one already, he's been nominated this time around, I believe, and it's slightly overdue, sort of. He probably could have got it the last couple of years. But Flash is at number 7. Dwayne Wade. He's pretty much guaranteed this year, I reckon, to be in the Hall of Fame. So D Wade, Miami boy, made the Miami Heat what they were in the mid 2000s, and yeah, carried on, won a couple more chips. He won with Shaq and then one with LeBron, but that's not really taking too much away from him. He was Miami Heat for a long time. He was, Miami Heat, and his legacy carries on now. And now he's a part owner at the Utah Jazz. So D Wade, overall good guy, gets on this list as well. At number 7. So number 6, before we get into the top 5, number 6, he was in New Zealand recently. I unfortunately missed it. I would have loved to meet him, mostly just to get a gauge of how tall he is, to be honest, versus like me. I know I'd be sort of he'd be a giant, but well done to everyone that made it out to see him. Dope to have him in New Zealand in the first place. But Dirk Nowitzki, who had his statue being unveiled the other day, not that long ago. I wouldn't say the other day, but yeah, Dirk Nowitzki rounds up the bottom 5 of our top 10. Overall, nice dude on off court and obviously outside as well. Then number 5. This one, again, another one like D Wade, is most likely pretty much going to be a Hall of Famer on this run. Pau Gasol will be winning. Is number 5 on our list. As I said, I don't edit this, so you're going to get all the fumbles, all the mumbles, and all the jazz in between. Pau Gasol makes our top 5. Does so much outside of basketball now that he's retired, but he always did it in the beginning. Obviously, massive for Spanish football as well. Put them on the map with his brother Mark as well. And obviously in the international circuit, they've done really well. And yeah, obviously he's won the chip with Kobe. They were good friends. And yeah, overall, just generally a nice dude. So he is the bottom of our top 5. Number 4, babyface Stephen Waddell Curry is number 4 on this list. Obviously, just loved in the NBA by pretty much everyone. Massive charity work outside of it as well. Overall, good dude. If Steph's 4, you're probably thinking who makes top 3. Well, it's won't make you sort of wait too long. The next one, actually, you guys will be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Number 3, Tim Duncan. Big Timmy D makes our top 3 for Goat Talk episode 3 on the good guys side of things. Timmy D is number 3 on this particular list. Again, if you followed any part of Tim Duncan's career, you know, super nice dude on off court. I remember when he got ejected for smiling, like how you gonna do that? Like that's the level of Tim Duncan when it comes to being a good guy on the court. Obviously, he does so much off the court as well. I know, like, there's a lot of players, obviously, a lot, actually, when I say a lot, probably majority of them all do a lot of stuff outside, but these guys are sort of above and beyond, and you see a lot more as well. And probably I've missed someone in that Hall of Fame list, probably in the older generation, like the likes of Bill Russell, all of those guys. But actually, Bill Russell wasn't one of the contention, but I think he lost out on. He wasn't loved, particularly on the court at times. But yeah, that's here and there. What do we got? We've done Timmy D at number 3, number 2. All right, so I'm gonna switch this one up. So this is some serious talk now. So this player is number 2 in the good guy list. Now, I want you to figure everything you hear in the media about him, all the podcast stuff, all the ramblings, all the multiple trade requests, all that jazz. But like, I did a lot of digging before I made this choice, and at number 2 on Go Talk episode 3, the good guys, number 2 is Kevin Durant. Now I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. KD. Now you think of Slim Reaper, you think of the man that was, you know, he wanted the Golden State Warriors to be his. He wanted the main man. Just left Brooklyn, pretty much left them in the lurch, and now he's gone to the Suns. All that jazz. All right, that's all you see. So I want you to take it back a little bit and think about like how the media's put him through. If you do a bit of research on the man, he's loved by other players. He's quiet, so easy target for the media. He you know, when he does speak, it's not always, doesn't always come out the best per se. But I've done a lot of work on this one, and I'm telling you, KD is number 2 in the list of greatest of all time when it comes to good guys. I'm gonna stick to that. But I just want you to think of it in a different light, really, and tell me what you come back with on that. So it'll be good to hear from you guys. Then number 1 was easy on this list. Shoot me now. This is bias plus facts plus y'all know it's true. Number 1, the man's just had a stellar career, just became the greatest scorer of all time in terms of points scored. Injured his hand in the All-Star game today. That was, yep. Lakers' chances. Hopefully he's alright. He did say he was fine. Anyways, number 1 on this particular list, and I'm very glad to say it, LeBron James, the kid from Akron. Is number 1 on this list. Just, you know what he does with his school that he created. Man opened up a school, man. Like, that's next level. On the court, stats wise, he wasn't number 1 in terms of like flagrant fouls and all that stuff when I was doing the numbers, but everything else sort of carried him to number 1. And yeah, just a general perception. Obviously, again, another one that when he does something that's not right, like the transition from the Cavs to Miami, the decision, all of these little tiny things that got blown up, like when he left, when he left the certain city, all of that stuff. He's still overall the nicest dude ever in the NBA, man. Like, it's facts. But yeah. So that one, yeah. So again, I did the numbers to back this one up. Let me know your thoughts. That's the top 10 done, plus like a whole another 10 like honorable mentions. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Sorry it took a minute to get here, but we're here. So again, there's 5 more of the base videos to come, and then one final video to round it all up. Thank you for watching. Come check Beyond Your Level out on Instagram. Tell your friends, as I always wanted to say, like, subscribe, and comment. Always wanted to say that, and I have been saying that the last few videos, so thank you again. Catch you on the next episode of Goat Talk. Cheers, team.